Hello NBA fans and welcome back to another episode here on the NBA the week that was. Today I'm back with the face cam and I just want to make this video today because I'm happy. It's currently around 9:30 here in Chicago and the Hawks just pulled off another wonderful win against the Milwaukee Bucks without Trae Young, without DeAndre Hunter, without Cam Reddish, without Tony Snell, and without Chris Dunn. So basically, all of our perimeter defense is out, and our star player Trae Young was out. Yep, it doesn't matter. The Hawks pulled out yet another win. So today, this video, it might be a bit rough. It's just me talking about how happy I am to be a Hawks fan right now. Okay, so let me just start by talking about how these last 3 years as a Hawks fan have been rough, or at least last 2 years. Obviously, we didn't get invited to the bubble last year because of how bad we were. We were one of the worst teams in the East. The year before, Trae's rookie year, again, it was just a rebuild. It was time to rebuild, and I personally, as a Hawks fan, I've been a Hawks fan since 2008. Every year, we had made the playoffs. And the time I've been a Hawks fan since I was 4 years old, and then these last 2 years were just so hard for me to watch, just watching us constantly lose games. It made me forget what it really felt like to win as a Hawks fan. I knew it was important. Give Trae the time to develop. Give Herter the time to develop. Give Collins to that time. And then when we drafted Hunter and Reddish, give them that same time. I was really excited, I was excited for this year, but these last 2 years just brutal to watch. I just wasn't used to the losing, but finally this year, the promise was there. We signed Danilo Gallinari. We signed Bogdan Bogdanovic. We drafted Onyeka Okongwu. We brought in Tony Snell, Solomon Hill, some of these less flashy names, but high-impact guys, and we started off the season 14-20 under Lloyd Pierce. And then again, I'm like, I can't do anything about it. This is what I'm going to get being an Atlanta sports fan. You're going to get good teams that are not going to perform well, and you're going to get bad coaching, and it's just going to be the curse of Atlanta sports. But finally, under Nate McMillan, oh my God, it's just been a joy to watch under Nate McMillan. So look, we were 14-20 when Lloyd Pierce was fired. After the win against the Bucks today, we are 34-27. That means we're 20-7 in our last 27 games, and I finally feel just happy watching Hawks games again. So let me really talk about these last two games. So first, 2 nights ago, we went up against the Miami Heat, who had a full-strength squad after a while the Hawks had the injury list I mentioned, Young, Hunter, Reddish, Snell, and Dunn out, as well as Clint Capela. So we were starting a lineup of Kevin Herter, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Solomon Hill, Onyeka Okongwu, and John Collins. And I was at a friend's house. I didn't really watch the game because I was like, they're going to lose. They're going to have a full-strength Miami squad with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero. And here we are, our bench primarily being G League guys who wouldn't play in a situation where even if 2 of the guys who were on the injury report were playing, these last guys who were coming in and playing 20 minutes, like Brandon Goodwin, Nathan Knight, they wouldn't even be on the court. However, the Hawks pulled off the best win we've had in the last 3 years. In the Trae Young era, I really think this was our best win, even though he didn't play, just because of the team basketball we played. Nate McMillan is a genius. That guy is our savior here as an Atlanta fan, because he just coaches the team well. He knows how to use Bogdanovic. He knows how to use Herter. And just his voice and leadership has brought so much confidence into this team. When this team is at full strength, we're unstoppable on offense. I can't put it any other way. Today, in the fourth quarter, the Hawks were down around 8 to 10 points coming into the fourth quarter. Giannis was having a great game. Middleton was starting to get into his rhythm, and I thought the game was over. Lou Williams had gone 0 for 7 to start, and then he comes and hits 4 threes in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovic ends with 32 points. Gallinari making clutch shots. Clint Capela only had 6 points, and yet we won this basketball game by almost double digits. Explain to me how this could have happened last year when we had no depth. I'm just so pleased with the current Hawks situation, and it's looking so promising for us in the future. So if we're taking a look at the future, the Bucks game and the Heat game are really indications of the depth that the Hawks possess. Herter, Bogdanovic, they're great scorers. They're not just shooters. They're great scorers of the basketball who are both underrated as playmakers. Bogdanovic and Herter both have had multiple 5+ assist games, multiple not around 10, I would say, each, and which is really promising for guys who are seen primarily as 3-point shooters. Then we have Clint Capela, amazing pickup for the Hawks. The fact that we got him for Evan Turner and the 17th pick in last year's draft, with ended up being Poku, I mean, that's just outrageous. How did we get a guy who's leading the league in rebounding and is number 2 in blocks for such a cheap price? But I'm not complaining. He's playing the best basketball of his life, and it's only benefiting the Hawks. Collins has been as efficient as he's been in his career. Just so good in the post, getting the buckets he needs. Really just being that strong presence that the Hawks have really lacked since the departure of Al Horford and Paul Millsap. And then we have Lou Williams. He hit 4 threes in the fourth quarter today. Fourth quarter Lou is just a different beast. We were always hearing about playoff Rondo. I don't care about playoff Rondo. Why wasn't he showing up in the regular season? We want fourth quarter Lou. And look at fourth quarter Lou, man. So inspirational. It's just so fun to watch him. His moving to the left 3-point jump shot, oh my god, that's just a joy to watch. Whenever that's cooking, whenever Lemon Pepper Lou's cooking, you know something good's gonna happen. And then can we talk about these depth guys? Solomon Hill has just been seen like a meme for these last 5 years in the league, but he's providing quality minutes. I mean, he's the one player I don't really like on the Hawks because of how inconsistent he is, but when he's playing well, I mean, the guy can play good defense, and offense, sometimes he'll hit his shot. So I'm glad to have him on the squad. And then we have guys like Nathan Knight, Brandon Goodwin. It's just these guys really wanting to take the opportunity that they get with the injuries. And I just really appreciate that. All these guys have heart. All these guys are playing for the coach. And all these guys are proving that the Hawks are a force to be reckoned with for these next few years. Now let's talk about the future and envision a healthy scenario for the Hawks. So if the day ever comes where each and every Hawk member is off the injury report, this is how I see us lining up to start games. Obviously, Trey at the point guard. Bogdanovic at the shooting guard. He really deserves it. With the April he's had, shooting almost 50% from threes on 5 or almost 7 or 8 attempts a game. He's putting up 30-point games against the Bucks. Come on. He's just a baller. Then we have at small forward DeAndre Hunter. Oh my god, what a season that guy was having. Please check out my video I made on him called It's the Player Spotlight I did on him. His two-way game and his 3-level scoring that has evolved this year, he's only going to get better, and he's going to be one of the crucial members of this core. If we're ever to win a championship with these set of guys, Hunter will be a big force in those playoffs. Then at power forward, we have John Collins, of course. And then at center, Clint Capela again. Collins and Capela, top 5, top 6 front court in the NBA these days. I want you guys to let me know in the comments. Name 5 or 6 front courts better than Collins and Capela in today's NBA. But yeah, that's our starting. And think about that. Think about the shooting that lineup has. Think about the interior defense we have with Capela, the perimeter defense we have with Hunter. That's a great starting lineup. And now the bench. The bench, you would think, oh, it's going to be weak. No, the Hawks, I would say 6th man would be Gallinari. Then we're bringing Herder off the bench. Then we're bringing Snell off the bench. We're bringing Reddish off the bench. We're bringing Dunn off the bench. Okongwu, I didn't even mention him in this video. He's really flashing that defensive potential that I've seen from him since the start. In USC, he's going to become a defensive anchor of a top NBA defense with the ability he has on the perimeter at his size and also in the paint and the feel he has for the game. I'm really looking forward to big things from Onyeka Okongwu, especially on the defensive end. And guys Goodwin, Williams, they've been playing so well and they deserve minutes, but there's just not enough minutes to go around. And now think about it. Today against the Bucks, Herder went off the start. Bogdanovic was great, 30 points. Williams was great in the fourth quarter. Now imagine you have these 3 guys going off. Imagine in a game where 7 of these guys decide to go off and have double-digit points. You have Trey, Hunter, Herder, Bogdanovic, Williams, and Collins. They all decide to get more than 10 points a game. If Capela has an off game, if Reddish has an off game, if you can afford Gallinari, all these guys to have off games and still have 4 or 5 guys play at an elite level, it's just, our offense is unstoppable. And when guys like Dunn, Reddish, Snell, Hunter, they all come back, our defense improves. the Hawks, if we're healthy, I'm not even joking. I really see us making a mark in these playoffs and proving to the league that the Atlanta Hawks, yes, the Atlanta Hawks are finally back and they're ready to make their mark in the NBA. So yeah, this was just a video of me talking about how proud I am of my Nate McMillan-led Atlanta Hawks, and I'll catch you guys on my next video here on the NBA, the week that was. See ya.